Alright, this is a walkthrough of activity 9-3, creating a group policy object and browsing the settings using Active Directory. We're actually doing two things. We're adding one that we've already created. We can assume that it's been edited or whatever, but this is just the process to show you how you can take a prefabbed policy object and add it to an organizational unit as well as creating a new one. So we want to go into our Active Directory users and computers, and for this exercise, this activity, we want to go to policies on the marketing OU that we created previously, hit the group policy tab, and we notice we have nothing, so we want to add a predefined policy, which in this case would be test policy. We say OK, so it's pretty much that easy. Or we can start from a new domain template, which is what this is going to be, and we want to call it marketing policy. So now we have two, and as you can see, it's pretty easy. These have not been edited in any way. We're not going to actually edit, but we're going to start the process as if we were and just kind of go through some of the pieces. We want to say edit for the marketing policy. And so it's, as you can see, it's been defined. Marketing policy has now been created under domain 01. And this is an example of controlling the user environment. We notice here we have two sections: computer configuration, which controls how the computer is actually going to be set up and respond, and then we have the user experience, or the user desktop, and all the rights that they will be granted, what they're going to be allowed to change or not change, do or not do to that system or to the domain environment. And we notice here we've got Windows components, start menu, and this is the one we're interested in, but we've also you got desktop and several other features, control panel, what they're allowed to do or not allowed to do, what it shows or doesn't show. Are they allowed to share folders? Are they allowed to create DFS? Things of that nature. We're interested in start menu and taskbar. And the particular item that we're not going to change, but we're going to pretend like we would, is remove My Documents icon from the start menu. Which is right here. So we double click and we bring up the dialog box. It now says, what does it do? We're going to say not configured, enabled, or disabled. If we say enabled, it's going to remove it. So it's kind of funny to think of it that way, but it's a double negative. Enabling means that whenever they log in, they're not going to see My Documents. Not configured just means it's going to leave it alone. This is the explanation Bud is talking about under part 11, which just tells you what it does. It's just going to remove it. So that icon will not appear. We'll just say cancel, and we can kind of go through some of this remove search menu. It's kind of the same thing. What is this? This is the search feature in Windows. We can just remove this. This doesn't necessarily disable the searching, but it will remove the item from the search bar. I mean the search feature. So right here we would say search, and when that policy is updated, it would remove that from the user's start button, whichever users are part of this OU that this policy is applied to. And like here, do not keep a history for recent open documents, things of that nature. So you can really control a lot of things. Remove clock from the system notification. So the sys tray, you can make that disappear. You can really tailor the experience, turn it into a true kiosk. You can give users the ability to do things or not things, make things display or not display. So this pretty much concludes our walkthrough of activity 9-3. In the next activity, we'll actually make a few edits to the group policy, then we'll log in and show how those changes take effect. This concludes our walkthrough of activity 9-3.